Hi everyone, my name is Erica Wonsock, and this is my presentation of our last real-world task. Today I'm going to be discussing how technology has a very large influence on our lives. Technology plays a very large role in today's society and affects our lives in positive and negative ways. I am going to be discussing three main ideas. The first idea I'm going to be talking about is how technology affects us in a negative way. The second idea is how technology affects us in a positive way. And the third idea is how technology and gadgets that we have used have changed over time. What do you see when you walk down the street? Do you see people interacting with the world and with one another, or is everyone staring at their technological devices? I believe that we see a lot of this nowadays. People are truly addicted to their technology and even more addicted to their social media. I believe we truly rely on technology, and relying on technology is not always a good thing to do. Life suddenly becomes boring and unbearable for people when they don't have access to their technology. Always having technology by our sides gives us the comfort knowing that we're able to contact our friends and family at the click of a button. My question is, can this really be a good thing? According to Susan Mahler of 2010, a study was done from the International Center for Media and the Public Agenda at the University of Maryland. Within this study, conclusions were made that many college students are barely functional without their technology. Not being able to link themselves to the world has become a problem for them. There were over 200 students that were asked simply to unplug from technology for only 24 hours. They complained that it was boring and that they didn't feel connection with the outside world. They were truly cut off. After the study was over, the students were asked to describe how they felt through the 24-hour period that they were cut off from technology. Here are some words that they described of their feelings: very anxious, miserable, in withdrawal, crazy, antsy, and jittery. When looking at what was said by some of these students, I can't help but think that something is very wrong with this. I sometimes feel the same way, but I really believe that it is so important to disconnect yourself from technology every once in a while. I believe that letting your brain relax and getting away from technology is important. Another aspect that I have found negative about technology is the fact that it has made us a bit lazy. I believe that we have become lazy in the fact that we don't really have to learn much anymore. We have all the knowledge that we need at our fingertips. We don't even have to search through a book anymore for something that we might want to know. All we have to do is pop up Google on our phones and search for what we want or need to know. I believe that this makes us lazy learners. Also, I believe sometimes our brains don't take in as much information because we know that we constantly have all the ability to access the information that we need at our fingertips. Lastly is the fact that technology takes away from most of our everyday face-to-face interactions. It's important to communicate with others face-to-face, and technology is really taken away from this. Even though I know it is not technology's fault, it's really our own, it is so important that we keep good communications with others throughout technology. I know technology is a big thing, and it is truly here to stay. We've become so reliant on technology, and this is not a good thing. However, there are some positive aspects to always having technology by our sides. I believe that even though there are many negative aspects on technology, after taking this class, I have found many more positive aspects than I realized to begin with. Through technology, we have access to almost any information that we need. There are some negatives about this, as I mentioned earlier, but at the same time, this is such a great thing. We have access to so much information, and it's easy to learn new things, all of it being right at our fingertips. The second positive aspect is that we have the ability to access almost anyone who we need to talk to at the tip of our fingertips as well. Whether it's a family member or a friend, we're able to make connections with them. With the communications that we have access to, we're able to connect with people that we don't even know all across the world. This is the same for doctors. If one does not know something, they have the ability to contact another doctor by a few clicks of a button. People make mistakes, but with modern technology that we now have access to, fewer mistakes are being made. We truly have come far in the last few generations. Technology allows us to be able to get a hold of people very quickly. This is a good thing in many cases. For instance, if your car breaks down on the side of the road in today's age, many people have access to cell phones. We're able to make a quick call to AAA or even to a relative or friend who might know what they're doing. This is a more safe route than the way things used to be, having to sit on the side of the road until some random person would stop to help you. Another positive thing about technology, especially including for myself, is the fact that it allows me to be able to do online schooling. I'm currently taking 3 online classes, and with the great advantage of technology, I would not be able to make as many classes as I am now. I have access to all 3 of my online classes all throughout the week, and this is very helpful to people who maybe can't be in class all the time. I work a full-time job, and being able to do my online schooling at my own time and at my own pace is very helpful. I would not doubt that many others feel the same way about online education. Lastly, I'm going to discuss some ways in which technology has changed throughout time. I'm going to be referring to some pictures that I found, which are based off of a website called PocketLint.com, and the article, which is called Tech Now and Then, Hilarious Pictures of How Gadgets Have Changed Us for the Worst. The first picture is this one. This is 2 pictures, one from 1990, and the second one is from 2008. It's very clear what is going on here. The man has gone from skinny to large, and the TV has gone from large to skinny. As I have mentioned before, this is just another way of ways technology has made us lazy. The next picture is this one. The picture states, falls on the floor. The Nokia phone breaks the floor, as the other phone, the floor breaks the screen. I would think that over the years, as technology has progressed, they would have found a way to make phones less breakable. The next one I'm going to talk about is this one. This is 2 cell phones that are looking at another picture of a phone with a cord. The older cell phone states to the younger cell phone, "That's right, dear, our ancestors had tails." This is one of the pictures that I really liked from this website. It really goes to show how far advanced we have come. I can say I remember when phones used to be connected to the walls and you had to sit in one place to talk to someone. Next came the portable house phone, and boy, was this the greatest thing ever. I could finally walk around the house while talking to someone. Next was the cell phone. I could take this wherever I wanted to go. I remember getting my first cell phone when I was 14, and I had to buy it myself because my mom told me it wasn't a necessity. I remember getting a card that costed me $100, and I could have either 100 minutes or 1,000 minutes or 1,000 texts for that amount. And that was with no data. I couldn't use the internet on my first phone. But I really did think it was the greatest thing ever at the time. Now phone companies have unlimited talk, text, and data for less than that much. It really goes to show how far we have come in the last 22 years I've been around. To conclude, it's very clear that technology is much like a coin. There's always going to be 2 sides of it. It's ultimately up to the person using it to determine when and how much they will use it. There will always be positive and negative things about technology, and it's up to you to determine your use of technology. What have you missed while looking down at your cell phone? The world is at your fingertips, just like your cell phone is. Technology is here, and it's all over, and it's here to stay. It's okay to use it, but I believe that we need to learn how to keep from abusing it.